The great John Maxwell once said, "A budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went." Well, what is a budget? And how badly do you need one? We're diving into that now on Windfall Wednesday. We review basic principles to help the everyday person improve their finances. So like, subscribe, and let's get to it. There are two schools of thought at play. Should I make more money? Or should I save more money? First, some people will say, if I want a certain lifestyle, why can't I just raise my income? After all, there's a limit to how much I can save, right? Well, go ahead, start that business, double that cryptocurrency account, and have at it. You may soon realize that's easier said than done. Second, there's the old adage, a penny saved is a penny made. Or maybe you've heard it this way. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. If I make $1 million this year and spend through it all $1 million, how much did my net worth increase? Answer, $0. Of course, if your bare minimum acceptable lifestyle demands $3,000 a month, and you're bringing home $3,200 a month, maybe there's not a whole lot you can save. I've heard people in both camps squabble endlessly over whether saving more or earning more is better, and I'll weigh in on that later in this video. For now, we'll tackle this concept of budgeting. So what is a budget? The easiest way to think of it, a budget is a plan for your income. So every dollar, euro, or whatever you make has a specific assignment, and presumably you hold yourself accountable to spending within your plan. So where do we start? You want to get out of debt? You want to retire? You want to buy something big one day? Or what is it? What do you really want from your budget? And just how important are your financial goals to you? I'd spend a week or at least a weekend thinking about it. Next, calculate your after-tax income. For most of you, that's easy. You work a traditional job, you look at your paycheck, gross, net. Net is in the part you can cash. Use that. For you business owners or those without steady pay, use a monthly average, which you may want to lowball. I use 95% of my monthly average, aka monthly average times 0.95. You probably have an idea already if you've been around for a while. If not, get a little help from your accountant. And for now, add back in any retirement contribution. We'll put that in a separate category. Now you're halfway home. You know exactly what you have to work with. I'm about to show you the part that most people have trouble figuring out, and 2 simple methods to get the job done. But first, if you plan on using this content to grow your stacks of cash, subscribe, then hit the bell so you never miss a video. Also, if you know anyone who can use what we talk about in this channel, feel free to share this video with them. So what do most of you struggle so much with? It may sound basic, but the tough part about creating a budget is figuring out your expenses. As in, all of them. As in, where does every single dollar go every single month? Now here it's important to separate the wants from the needs. Needs, or living expenses, what are they? Things like housing, maintenance and repair on the property, utilities, food and grocery, TV, internet, phone, we'll let that slide as a need. Car note, transportation expenses, insurance policies, and medical expenses. I'll leave this list up for a bit. Feel free to full screen this video and take a screenshot. These are the things that you may not be able to go without. Like food, for example. Call them necessary. Now that we figured out that, guess what everything else is? Less necessary, but still kind of nice. What do you spend to enjoy your downtime and generally make you happy? Ordering in or eating out, gym memberships, paid subscriptions, vacations. You may not need these to survive, but hey, some things you do to live. These things sometimes you feel like you live to do. Now, how do we track all of these lovely line items? One of these 2 ways seems to work best for most people. The first way is simple, Every time you spend money, save the receipt or take down the amount spent and what it was spent on. Every time. And at the end of the day or the week, make sure these expenditures are tallied. You may even use an app to further simplify the process. Do this for a month, and you'll have a much better idea where your money likes to fly away to. The second way is easier on the day-to-day, but takes some diligence at the end of the month. Simply pay everything that you can on the same credit card and review the statement every month. That plus everything that automatically comes from your bank account, and you should have it all. Tally it up at the end of the month, and you're done. But I suggest you pay that balance off every single month. And if you don't like credit cards, you can just keep records on a budgeting app or spreadsheet. If you find that you're spending more than you make, or that you'd like to save more, the less necessary expenses are easier to cut back on, or at least put off. And now you have a plan. So, back to the furious debate. Do you make more money, or do you save more money? My take? If you hear that discussion, what's being presented is a false dichotomy. Do me a favor. Get rid of that word, or. What stops you from doing both? Get that promotion, ramp up that side hustle, make more money. But please, don't in any way think that prohibits you from setting aside more income to pursue your goals and dreams. Most of you would benefit from doing at least a little of both. But more on that next week. Leave your comments below. Your feedback helps me to improve the channel. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you got value from this content, hit the share button to spread the wealth.